spending all day telling tales.
Uncle Jack, we don't feel bothered.
And you suppose the fish are just going to jump in my bucket, do you?
Maybe if you're real nice with it. Try like fishing and thinking it's better keeping company with you than spending one more step in that muddy old river. Why, especially congenial, I suppose those fish would start leaping into your bucket by the dozen.
Oh, you children sure know how to get your way.
Uncle Jack, we knew you'd give in.
I'm giving in, but on one condition. Well, come on over here. Come on over on the dock. I want you children to sit back. That's it. I want you to really use your imagination. Because if you do, I'm going to take you on a journey down the Mississippi River back to the days when steamboating was in its glory.
How you going to do that, Dad?
It's simple, child. Look out on that river and tell me what you see.
All I see is a lot of muddy water. Yeah, water, water, and more water.
There's nothing out there that strikes my fancy, Uncle Jack.
Children, my eyesight's not as good as it used to be when I was a riverboat pilot. When I look out on that river, I see a whole lot more than you do.
I don't understand.
Well, children, 75 years is a heap of long time to be living on this here earth. My eyesight's getting poorer, but my memory's getting better. I'm not remembering if I fed the dog this morning or not, but the memory of steamboating is right before my eyes. When I look out on that river, I see a whole lot more than any of you.
But Uncle Jack, I'm really straining my eyes, and I still can't see anything.
Child, can't you see that paddle wheeler puffing and straining to make its way up the river? Can't you hear that steam whistle telling you she's heading for the landing?
We're looking everywhere. We can't see a thing.
There she is, children. A great big paddle wheeler with fancy woodwork, lots of crystal, shiny glass windows. Can't you see her, children? She's all decked out in white like a bride on her wedding day.
Steamboat
Lady.
Morning, Captain Bill. I was happy it was a nice city.
Well, thank you. Did you ladies order up this beautiful weather?
Not actually. For rain or shine, it's always been fine. It was the North Star rise at our land.
Well, thanks to folks like you, this fair city is famous for its warm hospitality. And I know that you'll do everything that you can to make us feel right at home.
That's mighty helpful of you to be so kindly of us, Captain. If there's anything we can do, please let us know.
Well, a matter of fact, there is. One of my river pilots is taken ill, and I'm in need of somebody who knows the upper portion of this river. Are you aware of anyone who could accommodate me?
I think we can help you out. A young fellow who lives in town just after some pilot lessons. And I hear tell him he's mighty good.
I'd be obliged if you could introduce me to this gentleman.
That won't take much to do, Captain Bill. He's right up there. Jack Wilson, do we have some? Come join us. We're here.
Why, sure, I'd be glad to.
Jed's not only a top-notch pilot, he's also a fine gentleman. Morning, Jed. We'd like to introduce you to Captain Bill.
Morning, Captain. Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Wilson. Folks around here tell me you're a top-notch river pilot.
Well, sir, I'd like to think so.
I suppose, then, that you know every bend and snag from St. Louis clear up to Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give or take a few, I guess that's a pretty accurate assessment of my talents.
Can I safely assume, then, that you've committed to memory the location of every snag in the northern portion of this river? You wouldn't want the North Star run aground, or worse yet, sunk.
Captain Bill, I must confess, I don't rightly know where every snag is located.
Well, then, young man, tell me, how do you suppose to pilot one of the finest vessels that ever went up the Mississippi?
Quite simple, Captain. Might not know where all the snags are, but I do know where they are. And that's where I plan to put your vessel.
I like your style, young man. You've got yourself a job. Mississippi River. But I did. And from that time on, I was a working riverboat pilot.
Gosh, Uncle Jed, I'm here to tell folks in those days really lived up to riverboat pilot.
They sure did. But there were some folks that weren't so keen on us.
How can that be? Most anyone would trade a stack of grandma's pancakes just to say good morning to a real steamboat pilot.
Not the Rascalin, child. They were a rough and tumble bunch. They just as soon keep the river to themselves and share it with us steamboat pilots.
I bet you showed them a thing or two, Uncle Jed.
Not necessarily. On the water, we had the upper hand. But when we were on land, we were all equals. And speaking of equals, there was one woman by the name of Mississippi Meg. And she was more than a match for any man. She was a tough old gal, but her heart was as big and as wide as the Mississippi itself.
Jed, we'll be ready to leave in about a half an hour. How do things look to you?
Everything's looking great, ready to roll, Captain. We're just waiting for a few passengers who are coming down.
Got a present for you, Mr. Steamboat Pilot. We all took up a collection about you and a new pair of specs.
Yeah, maybe now you see where you're steering that big old bathtub of yours.
What do you mean bathtub? You don't know what you're talking about. Why, the North Star is the finest vessel that ever cruised Mississippi. Mean clouds out of Mississippi, don't you?
What exactly do you mean?
What about 3 nights ago when you were asleep by Manly River? There's God and a crunch. That was our wreck you ran over. Maybe you don't only need glasses. Maybe you need help with this hearing too. Hey, what's that you're saying?